Our virtual community week for teachers has come to an end. I hope that you have found each session this week as inspiring as I have. We knew when we had to cancel our in-person institutes for June and July that we still wanted to find a way to create a learning community together, if not in person, in a virtual space, and hopefully we've accomplished that. I think the resources shared by the panelists this week have been invaluable, and we hope that they will serve to expand your own teaching toolbox. We created a Wakelet to curate all of the resources for you in one spot. You can find the link to that Wakelet below in this video description. We're also going to put it on our website on the virtual community page. I know we were not able to answer all of your questions live, but we will get answers to you, I promise. As soon as they're done, we'll add a link to the video description below, and we'll also put those answers on our website on the virtual community page. Before we say goodbye for the week, let's take a look at some of the highlights from our nuggets of knowledge.
One of the things that is a part of this nugget is a practical takeaway. Before we get to that, one of the things that has been a real present theme in the comments that have come from everyone on the panel today is how important it is to create a community in which all learners are valued. And I think we've spent a lot of this time talking about what teachers can do to do that. And I think what we want to share with you is a reminder of the implications for kids when this is the culture that's created.
So now more than ever, we need to be really focused on what is important to us, and to be flexible in our thinking about how we're going to serve kids diversely and be really proactive and upfront about that.
I'm pretty passionate about co-teaching, as you all probably can tell. And so one thing I'm passionate about is that it's about figuring out what's right for kids, helping them learn and grow. And in many ways, lesson planning is a political act. Decisions we make about our lessons reflect what we value and deem important. The co-teaching relationship that serves multilingual students show how we plan is important.
Advocating for multilingual learners can give us a lot of pretty good days, but it's going to take a whole lot of work, and it's going to take commitment to continue to educate ourselves on a regular basis.
As leaders, as teacher leaders, building relationships is intentional, and it doesn't develop by bringing cupcakes or having cake at a staff. It helps, but that is not the way to build relationships. We all know that positive relationships are shapes of the school culture, and these efforts have to be intentional as a leader, as an educator, and with your students.
And those three words that I've increasingly been hearing my students work are, hey, it works. They don't actually say it like that. They actually say it like, hey, it works. What I've found myself doing is, first of all, I started to notice that students were saying those three words. Then I started to think about, like, hey, what does that mean when they're saying, hey, it works? And how can I cultivate that? And increasingly, like, how can we celebrate those moments where kids say those words?
One of the things that's very common for a lot of us in our classrooms is that we do something like an exit ticket, and we use that as a way to gather some feedback from kids to see where they are in their learning. And then we can use that actually to be more effective when we go into the classroom the next day. We might develop a conference around that. We might develop a mini lesson. And one of the things that I would encourage people to think about is actually to start also integrating an opportunity in the opening of the next time the class meets to sharing out that data, and having kids see that what that one exit ticket was for them makes a larger mosaic and picture of what the learning is in the classroom.
It's been a privilege to come together and share some learning with you this week. On Thursday, I shared a quote by Albert Schweitzer that says, "At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us." We hope we've been able to provide you with a spark this week. Go forth and learn.